All right, we got another real nice swarm here. Third one, I think, so far as ones that have landed in trees. I've got one in a swarm trap over there, but this one looks like it's a pretty good size. I've got a 10-frame Langstroth. I'm going to try to get these girls put in there. Obviously, I don't know if they're queen right, if it's a mated queen or a virgin queen. It looks like a primary swarm, so I reckon there's a mated queen in there. So I'm going to try to do this without grabbing the ladder. I don't know if I'm tall enough, but we'll give it a go. Of course, this one wasn't nice and easy to get to. It's buried back here in the woods. I think I can get it without a ladder. It's just going to be fun doing one-handed. This bush honeysuckle's definitely trying. It's popping. All right, trim this around it. Well, cut that branch. Got to clear a path just to get to it. Oh, these ended up locking on me. There we go. Last thing I want to do is trip out of here with a bunch of bees, so try to clear a path. All right. Well, they're still kind of on that one. Well, I may have to take that one with me. Oh! Well, some of them just fell. Yeah, that always seems to happen, despite my best efforts. All right. Got the hive butler out here, so I start shaking these bees down and hopefully get them to stay in here. I haven't spotted the queen yet, but she's probably buried in here. Put the lid on. Kind of lightly cover it. Let's see if I can get the rest of these. There's 2 more clumps here. I don't think that's completely loose yet. I'm wondering, I might be able to just tilt this and shake all the bees into, that's what I'm going to try. Shake the bees down in here, if possible. You know, you got to improvise with these swarms. It's not an exact science. So if I can get this to where it's somewhat stable. I just don't know if I can bend this enough to, oh, shake it. Well, that was one way to do it. There we go. And now, time will tell us if we got the queen in here. So really, we can just kind of sit here and wait a little bit. Ow, she got me. Okay. Let me come get the camera. Not too bad. I only got tagged once. All right. Okay, now I see them going back. So they will fly back into that, onto that branch there. And as they continue to cluster, I'll just keep dropping that back in the hive butler here. But I do see them trying to get in, it looks like. I hope we got the queen in there. That wasn't the prettiest hiving of a swarm, I'll say that much, but it's hard in this thick, thick stuff. It's not easy. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Let's see if they go in. Wonder if they're just... Oh, this keeps shifting on me. Not to mention it's super windy out here, folks, which is not helping my cause at all. So all this brush keeps shaking in the wind. It keeps shifting this hive butler. I think they're going in there. I'm going to check this tiny little ball here and see if I can spot her. If she's on that, I've got a cage in my pocket. I'll just snatch her. Always makes it a lot easier when you know where the queen is. I'm looking. Don't see one. I don't think so. I think they're just smelling where she was on it. They sure seem to be going in there. So I'm going to try to shake these. I'm just going to get these bees airborne. Let me double check. I just don't think she's in here. Oh, she's trying to. I don't have my smoker. Although they're not too bad. Although they're clustering back on this. I wonder if she made it back onto here. I don't know. Sure seems like that's the right spot. I would think there was a mated queen in this. It was a pretty large swarm. I'm gonna go ahead and shake these off again. Or, well, might as well look. I don't think she's in there. I'll get them off there again. Okay. And they may keep going back to it if she's not in here, but Well, it sure seems to me like they're working their way in. This lid keeps getting pushed back. Let me see if I can't move this branch a little bit. It's a bee tornado. I don't know. To me, it looks like they're trying to call her down saying, hey, we found a good spot, not necessarily that she's in there, because I'm just not seeing a ton of bees marching in. And that's what gives me some pause here. Well, I'm going to let them figure it out for a little bit. There's not as many going back to the shrub here. So I think it's safe to say she's not there anymore. I'm just going to let this sit here for about 10 minutes or so, see if they calm down, see if they start marching in. There's drawn comb in there. So they should think that's a pretty good home for now. Better than where they were. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Give these girls a chance to calm down and try to figure out where the queen is. So we'll be back. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get these girls in their new home here. So I've got them in the hive butler. They should be on those 4 frames in there. Most of the flying bees made it back inside over there. So there's still some scragglers, but you always have that. If I can find my queen, I'd like to get her marked. And I think the marking pens may have fallen out of my jacket. So I'm going to go look for them real quick. I'll be right back. Yep, right on the ground over there. Right where they fell. All right, let's see if we see what we got here, and let's see if we can find a queen. Shake these off in here. Get them to cling to that cone. I'm sorry, comb. Take a look at this first one. And usually what you'll see within the first, half hour or so, they'll start to deposit any honey that they stored in their honey sac, preparing for swarming. And that's how you know they've accepted this as theirs, when they start depositing that. I'm just scanning to see if I find the queen. It'd be great. I'm not overly optimistic that I will, because they're still really clustered. But I'm going to scan. Okay. I'll put this first comb in here. All right, let's take a look at the next one. If I can get the bees out of the way. this. Pretty nice size swarm. They're just so thick on here. I can't really scan the comb like I want to. All right. I really want to get them closed up. I don't want to sit here and dilly-dally. Okay. This next one in here. And then I'll just end up shaking the rest of these bees in. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get these frames in at this point. Okay. I got some a drawn comb over here. Put that one in there, because if you can give them, 4 or 5 frames of drawn comb and 5 frames of foundation, they'll draw it out, but that drawn comb really gives them something to immediately start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Immediately gives them something to start depositing that honey that's in their honey stomachs. Okay. Get these stragglers, either airborne or in the colony. Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay. And let's go ahead. Since the flow just started here, I am going to go ahead and throw a super on this colony. I mean, it's a little premature for that, but I don't know, how soon I'll be able to come back and really check this colony for queen right status. I'm hoping I'll be able to tell if they start bringing pollen in. And I mean, if I can get a little bit of honey off this swarm, why not? Like I said, I really think it was a primary swarm, just based off the size. And this has got 5 frames here of drawn comb in it. So again, lets them immediately start putting honey in, or nectar in there, sorry, or honey if they chose to. But I think they'll deposit that where the brood nest is going to be. And I mean, if they don't fill this, so be it, fine. I can take it off and give it to another colony that will. So let's see if they start fanning the entrance there for these bees that are airborne. I'll get the top on. Okay, awesome. And I'll get a brick put on this too, but I just want to. Oh yeah, that's a good sign. Heck yeah, they're going right in. That's what you want to see. Let's bring you in for a close-up here. That's a good sign. It's a good thing I spotted these because I think we're supposed to get storms here tonight. So that wouldn't have been very ideal for that swarm to just be hanging out on that. I think it was bush honeysuckle that they were attached to. I mean, I've got that stuff all over the place. All right. I'm going to call this another successful swarm catch, but time will tell their queen right status. I will come back and look, you know, maybe in a couple days just to see if I see any signs of life there, or queen, because if not, what I'll end up doing, I've got this resource colony over here now. Let's go ahead and go take a look at it. So hang on, I got bees all over my hands. Go on. All right. So both sides of this resource hive are in use. This one, I know is queen where I marked her. I caught that swarm right here in this little brush, and I'm probably going to post that video before this one, so if you watch my channel, you've probably already seen it. So I could always take this mated queen and put her in there if need be. I suspect they're queen right away. It's really picking up on the way here. My son's lacrosse game may get canceled. This side is currently requeening itself and may have already done so. I haven't been in there. I think it's been, I don't know, it's all starting to blur together. Isn't that what happens? That's why people take notes, Josh, because it all starts to just blend together. So you can see the apiary is really growing. So I'm up to 17, 18 colonies, including the one that's over there in that swarm trap. So, oh boy. Started this year with 10, and I've almost doubled. But that's what, that's what swarm catching can do, and splits and everything else. I tell you what, I didn't think I was going to have any nukes for sale this year. I absolutely may have some nukes for sale. I may end up selling, you know, these resource hives if they requeen with the brand new 2024 queen. So that one in the orange is a 2024. I put a green dot on her. If a queen makes it back into this white one, that would be a 2024 queen. And if they take off and do well, I don't know. I mean, I really want to keep these resource hives for that exact reason, but I don't know. I may be up to my elbows in bees, and I may have to get rid of some. So I may actually have some bees in the weeds, nukes for sale. Time will tell. It's still early. We're still in April here, so. But this is a good sign. We've got lots of bees on the front here. They're definitely marching in, so I would say Her Highness is in there somewhere. That would be my best guess. So I need to get wrapped up here, get all this stuff back in the pole barn before I get rained on. So, but yeah, I really like this hive butler, man, for swarm catching. It's Tracy did a good job with this. It's really worked out well for me so far. Like I said, I really would want to do something about this ventilation, like some sort of temporary cover, because I keep having to crack the lid so the bees can get in, because they keep getting confused and they keep trying to get through where they're picking up on that queen and smelling her through these ventilation. I think it's great. It has ventilation. I would just like it to where I could temporarily cover it. I think would be good. So, all right. I think that's it for this video. Until the next swarm, I'll see you guys on the next one.